Today we're going to Canyonlands National Park.
And it's cold.
It's sunny, but it's kind of cold.
It's super windy. I think it's like upper 30s. I don't know, I didn't check.
It's a little nippy.
So we're all dressed in our winter gear and not sure if we're gonna attempt any long hikes this time around.
Well, there's one that I want to do, but wind is a big factor, so.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a spring, that's what it is.
Oh, so we just passed this spring. Yesterday, we thought some guy was dumping water from a jug or something into the rock wall. But I see other people, and it's actually a spring that you can get water from.
Fill up.
You fill up. So that's what he was doing. It's like literally under the rock. Maybe on the way back we can stop by and look at him. So we're only about 35 minutes away from Canyonlands. And I don't even know what to expect from Canyonlands. What do you...
I expect you drive, you basically have, if you imagine big canyons, so you're driving on top of it. And there's all these crazy drop-offs on all kinds of sides. There's a lot of cool off-road tracks because we are real close to Moab. So that's what it's known for. I wanted to attempt this one road, but I don't think we're gonna do it because it might be a little beat up, one, and two, I think our car is a little bit, we don't have as high of a clearance as we think, and it's pretty long, so it's hard to make some of the turns. But we'll see how it's gonna go.
And I am not excited about any more crazy off-roady thingies. We already have plenty of that done under our belts, and I think we'll just stick to the paved road. Maybe when the boys are a little older, we can like rent an ATV.
Back. We could bring you a Bronco, and we can conquer Moab. So we just got into Canyonlands National Park, and this behind me, it's a viewpoint of a Shaefer Trail. That's basically a back road to get into the park. It's really epic. The road is really windy on the side of the canyon, and I think it only takes whatever minutes to get down, and then the road connects. I believe it's around 128. It basically, that's the road to Moab. That's a four-wheel drive. You need to have high clearance. Unfortunately, I think our truck is a little bit too long to make some of these turns, but I haven't seen it in person. I just seen a bunch of videos. So we are at the viewpoint. We're gonna hike a little bit to the edge and check it out. Uh-oh, somebody's hiding in a cliff. Hey, look over here.
What?
You guys want to get off?
Nice and comfortable up here.
The Shaefer Trail was used in early 1900s. The farmers, they would run their herds up here, or their sheep or cattle or whatever. And then in the 50s, it was used by mining. They were getting some uranium ore, so trucks would go down this road. It's pretty cool. You're hugging the side of the cliffs, and I guess this road's been giving gray hairs to people since early 1900s. Well, first impressions of Canyonlands versus Arches.
Canyonlands is definitely underestimated. It's beautiful, gorgeous, way less people. You can actually get into Canyonlands versus Arches. They only allow certain people at a time. And it's gorgeous. It's not as grand as the Grand Canyon, but it's pretty grand.
We just have to come back with our Bronco, huh?
Definitely love it. Love it. I'm glad we're here.
We drove the Grandview Road all the way to the end, and there is like a cul-de-sac, so to speak. So we just walk into the Overlook. Kind of reminds me of Grand Canyon.
Are we going this? Is the Overlook?
It is.
We're going the alley.
Yeah. The road that you see on the edge of a lower canyon, it's called the White Rim Trail. It stretches for about 70 miles. It's an off-road, not paved 4x4 trail. And at times it hugs the edges of the White Rim Canyon with walls of 1,300 feet. It's pretty impressive. Maybe one day we can drive it. The view out here, it's definitely cool. No wonder it's called the Grand View. It's actually kind of reminds me of Grand Canyon. When you come up here, it's so giant and so vast. You don't even know what to record or where to look. You're just kind of standing in awe on top of this cliff. Really, I love coming to national parks or any places like this because we do believe in the Bible and in creation and everything the Bible says. So when you're standing on top of a hill like this, it just becomes even more real how grand this thing is and how big all of this thing is, and yet it's nothing comparing to God or our life or anything that we ever build. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Puts it in perspective, makes you think some great thoughts. Pretty close to Grandview Overlook, there is a picnic area, and they have bathrooms and these kind of covered picnic tables that you could stop and have picnic, and it actually has quite a view also. We just stopped over here. We're gonna have a picnic and see what else we can find here. Well, we walked right on top of this rock that's by the Long Canyon Trail. So we walked all the way to the edge of the cliff, but the way the sun is, it's kind of hard to record anything because it's directly behind us. And the canyons are really dark at the moment. But we're just walking back. Definitely a cool little hike. So I decided to walk down this road a little bit just to check it out how bad it is. And most of it is pretty good. But the one part just under this rock seems like people have been digging on the way up. So it's way too rough for me. Whew. Walking uphill is a challenge every time. So I think we're gonna turn around and drive around. This would have been a real good shortcut, but we're not doing it. It's kind of getting late in the day, but we are on Route 279. It's just like on the other side of Moab, right by the river, kind of on the side where the Canyonlands are. Actually, just a little bit past this road, there is an entrance to the Long Canyon Road and to the Shaefer Road. That's like a back entrance into the Canyonlands. But along here, there is a sign for petroglyphs, and we found some, but if you keep going, there is more. You just got to pay attention. These rocks, especially the ones that are blackened, they're covered with these things, and boys, they enjoy them a lot. Tell me why those petroglyphs, why they're so high.
Because when they're making the road, the dirt was up to there, so they cleared away all the dirt. So that's why there's.
And that's why the petroglyphs are so high?
Yeah.
You could actually see the line. You could see the line where the dirt used to be. So they had to clear that away to make the road.
They are humongous. It's like 2 feet tall.
We are just outside of Arches National Park, and we're staying at a Goose Island campground. This campground is legit. It's technically boondocking. There is no hookups of any sort, but it's real close to the entrance to Arches. It's right by this giant rock, which is pretty cool. There's a Colorado River that's like right there next to the rock, and I don't know exactly how many spaces, but it's pretty small campground. It's $20 a night, and I guess during the season, like in the summer, it's really busy. We're here at the end of November. We actually celebrated Thanksgiving here, so it wasn't too bad. So we were able to get a spot. The sites are huge. You could fit with any rig. So we had a really good time, and you can go across the street and hike. There's just some hill and rocks, so our kids enjoyed that. So we had a real good time, and we're heading south today.